Hey, everybody. Whoa, sorry. Audio was just a little louder than I thought it came in, but here we are. We are ready to get going with an English haunting. I hope you've all had a great day wherever you are. I thought I would come in with my Blue Jays hat on. I didn't want to wear it the entire. Actually, this might be a little more comfortable, and I think this is the right way to do it, considering this is it's my team. My team won, and I think we're gonna do the rest of an English haunting just like this. But we are getting it up and ready right here for you all, and we're gonna finish this off tonight. I don't know if we're gonna do anything else afterwards. We might not, but here we are. In English haunting. I am so sorry for the delay, everybody, but in all honesty, it's not every day you go to the World Series. So where were we here? We were searching for something. I wanted to talk to Oscar. Mr. Price's tale is convincing, yet I still distrust him. I believe Price's account. I highly doubt the artifact is in this box as Oscar thinks. I can't even remember where we were the last time here. Can we break the mirror? I will discard that idea. It's the source of the glints I saw from afar. There are a couple of books on Scottish sites. There's also an old lamp that would have been useful to light up the cave. Mr. Price? Yes? I apologize again for my companion's behavior. Oh, do not worry. The professor told me about him. Kind words indeed. Although he also highlighted his excessive ambition and vehemence in dealing with certain issues. His youth may justify that behavior, but it's time for him to learn to maintain decorum. Are they talking about me? About the sound you heard. I shouldn't have spoken of it. Maybe I'm wrong, and what I actually heard was the wind. Pay no attention to me. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my voice going. Okay. Don't you want to come with us to the Black Forest? The more of us there are, the quicker we'll find him. Are you thinking of splitting up? It's an option. It's madness. Listen to me and wait for the fog to clear. When that happens, I'll be happy to accompany you. The lookout spoke of other people, whom he called them. Do you know who he's referring to? I don't understand a word of what that man is saying. I think loneliness has made him, We're leaving. Be careful. No need to make a fire right now. Can't need to do anything with the box. Anything with the remnant, I think we'll go ahead. Black Forest. And here we are. So how do we... Let's venture into the forest. I don't know if this is the greatest idea, but maybe we'll finally find a way forward. There's a fork in the road here, left or right. The Cromlech lies at the heart of the Cromlech lies at the heart of the forest, but the professor could be anywhere. Your choice. I don't know. We've lost our way, haven't we? So it seems, and the fog is getting thicker. Maybe we go to where the fog is getting thicker, huh? Oh, we found something. I think... Oscar? Oscar? Damn it! A spiral. Oscar mentioned that the Order of the Eternal Wind used this symbol. I suppose the Cromlech we're looking for is not far off. More rocks with spirals. I think I'm getting closer to the Cromlech. What the fuck was that? What was that? Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Professor Bennett! What happened? Run. Run away from here. I've come to rescue you, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm already dead. Price. John Price. Yes? He betrayed me. He left me at the mercy of them. Don't let... Oh no. Someone is coming. What the fuck? Oh my god. He's died, my lord. It does not matter. We know he could not have stolen the key of the stars. We must find his accomplices. The old man from the lighthouse might know something. Make him talk, brother. Aye, my lord. Brothers! We have been all trusting in the task entrusted to us centuries ago. We underestimated the pagans, but do not worry. The key of the stars will return to our hands, and those who have stolen it will pay with the most painful of deaths. Search every corner of this forest. Scour the coast. Find what belongs to us and shed the blood of the looters. Go, brothers. Show no mercy. I'm actually impressed with my Scottish accent. Well, that was just... Damn it. I must find Oscar and get out of this place. None of this is worth finding that cursed artifact. No, for God's sake. This way leads back to the Cromlech. I guess we can't go back that way. Oh, fuck! Fog here is less dense. I must be near the forest exit. Oh, fuck. Oscar! Oh, no. Yes, I recognize this path. It's the way out of the forest. Oh no. We're gonna go to... Locked with a padlock and chain. You deceitful scoundrel, the Scarlet Stone has been here all this time. Shit, it just went tonight. I have to get out of this cursed place. Not so fast, Mr. Moore. Please leave it where you found it. I think you owe me more than an explanation, Mr. Price. What do you expect me to say? That I'm surprised to see you alive? You sent us to the Black Forest knowing that the Order of the Eternal Wind was there. You wanted to get rid of us. I was about to leave this place when you showed up. This is a competitive business, Mr. Moore. I didn't want to leave any loose ends. Oscar was right. You're nothing but a looter. Oh, yes, your partner. He's dead. Well, that was the idea. You're insane. I'm just a businessman. What did you do to Professor Bennett? His last words were an accusation against you. He said you betrayed him. We unearthed the Scarlet Stone from the cromlech in the forest. At that moment, the Order of the Eternal Wind appeared to hunt us down. I wanted to buy some time. So I snatched the artifact and smashed the old man's legs to delay our pursuers. That way, I managed to escape unscathed from that hellish place. I know what you're thinking, Mr. Moore. And let me tell you that no, I feel no remorse. There is an esoteric order that will pay me enough for that artifact to clear my conscience. Excuse me for not telling you their name. You've been so lucky in escaping those descendants of the Druids that perhaps fortune will continue to smile on you and allow you to escape from me as well. Although I very much doubt that will happen. This artifact doesn't belong to you. You obtained it by getting blood on your hands. You're right. But the end justifies the means. Give it to me. I'm going to meet the same fate as the professor, aren't I? I have no choice, Mr. Moore. You know too much, and I cannot risk you compromising me. I won't make it easy for you, you know. Oh, come on! Don't take this the wrong way, but you are nothing but a flimsy bookworm. The fencing and boxing you practice as a student won't save you from me. I've been in a few wars and was a mercenary before getting into this lucrative business. Do me a favor and hand over the artifact. It'll be a dignified death, not the humiliating one you seem determined to have. Let's end this once and for all. Give me the damned artifact! You'll have to pry it from my... Do not resist, Mr. Moore. If you resist, it'll be more painful. Do you want the artifact? Yes, damn it. I have something else for you, you damn maniac! Got the Scarlet Stone. Ah, Macquarie. Back already, are ye? And then? Nothing, sir. We scoured the entire coast and the places pointed out by Mr. Moore. There's not a trace of a camp, nor did we find a thing in that cave. But let's recap, Mr. Moore. According to your story, you killed a man named Price, eh? In self-defense, yes. All that after escaping from a druid cult thought to be extinct. This cult allegedly murdered an archaeologist and his assistant. I know how it sounds, but... And the leader of this cult wore a deer skull upon his shoulders. You don't believe me, do you? Would I incriminate myself in a crime for sheer pleasure? I'm telling you the truth. You can ask the lighthouse keeper. We talked to him. He's aware of that cult. Them. That's what he called them. The old Brody. He's not a very reliable witness, if you ask me. He once called us because they found a mermaid on the coast. When we got to the lighthouse, there was no sign of it. He said he returned it to the sea. The loneliness and lack of contact with civilization makes him seek attention that way. Any other witness to your story besides a solitary old madman, Mr. Moore? What about the cromlech in the forest? Have you been there? Listen carefully, Mr. Moore. As far as I'm concerned, you have two options. The first benefits us both. If you indeed killed this Price, well done. Macquarie and the lads found no evidence, so there's no case. Just go back to London and enjoy your perfect crime. The second option is not in your favor. Because I think you're not but a fanciful tourist wasting our time. I've just mobilized all my forces for naught. I believe you're mocking the Scottish police. And that, my friend, could land you a nice stint behind bars. So I'll be kind and give you the choice to take a train and head back to England. If I see you here again, I'll lock you up until you rot. How does that sound? Listen, sir. I dinna want to hear another word from you. Macquarie, accompany Mr. Moore to the exit. It won't be necessary. Know that you're making a mistake. Hey, just get out of here already, damn it. Bloody English. A murdering cult in Eriswell. And he said it with full conviction. Forget it, Sergeant. That fella also likely believes in Gus. Unfortunately, he's right here. Hello? No one seems to be here. And it's quite dark. Well, I think we can put the light on. The box of revelations is nearly complete. I should assemble. Oh. It has been a delightful evening. Your success is to be celebrated, Sir Arthur. How did you find Bertolini's specialty? Excellent. Although I believe he might have been a bit heavy-handed with the pepper. Yes, I shall convey your feedback to Bertolini. I'm full. Where I've been, they served only soup, and I suspect it was made with mop water. Professor? Patrick! You've returned! Oh, Patrick, it's a pleasure to see you. Did you find the artifact? What? You've returned? Found the artifact? Is that the extent of your greeting? Damn it! I was worried about you. Where on earth have you been? Ah, yes, that. It's a long story. For God's sake! Are you going to share it? Ah, if you insist. However, I believe Mr. Conan Doyle might do a better job at storytelling than I. He has a knack for it. Did you know he writes stories? Yes, I'm aware. He's the author of Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock who? If I may, Professor. What? I believe Mr. Moore deserves to know your whereabouts during this time. Ah, yes. He's quite an inquisitive young man. As you may recall, I took it upon myself to investigate the Professor's whereabouts while you were off in Scotland. Allow me to recount the events. Oh boy. It seemed like the Earth had swallowed up our friend. All I knew for certain was that his disappearance was connected to the money my order provided for the machine's construction. So the logical thing to do was to get to the root of the problem by starting from the beginning. I knew who to talk to and where to go. I couldn't get lost. I think I'm lost. Oh, we're playing as Arthur Conan Doyle now? I'm not thirsty. Locked. It's too late for classes to be open. Biology. Pharmacology. I need to find the dean first and talk about the money Professor Ward misappropriated. This is the key to the whole affair. Okay, maybe I just need to talk to a student who's going to walk by. Excuse me, lad. Can you tell me where I can find the dean? That's what I want to know. I'm looking for him because I have to argue. One moment. Why am I telling you this? Excuse me, lad. Can you tell me where I can find the dean? Do you think I'm his secretary? What a temper. Excuse me, lad. Can you tell me where I can find the dean? I don't know, sir. I need to talk to him, but he's not in his office. Thank you very much. Excuse me, lad. Yes? Can you tell me where I can find the dean? Yes, of course. He should be in the common room right now. Go to the end of this hallway and... Oh, look, here he comes. Thank you very much, young man. Pleasure, sir. Good evening, sir. Dean Henry Carter. A pleasure. Delighted. My name is... Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I know. I attended one of your lectures last September. mediums, contact with the beyond. It was a very interesting evening. Ah, you're a believer. Of course. I've even written some books on the subject. Fascinating. What brings you to this university, Mr. Conan Doyle? Well, I'm trying to solve a mystery. It's about our mutual friend, Nelson Ward. I know it is common knowledge what the professor has done, but I'm afraid I must keep that information to myself at the express wish of the rector. And I'm afraid you should share that information since I'm part of this whole affair. Sorry, what do you mean? The money that Professor Ward supposedly misappropriated belongs to me. Well, more precisely, it belongs to my order, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. But it was an anonymous donation. Exactly. My order is characterized, among other things, by discretion. And I would go even further. That money was intended solely and exclusively for Professor Ward's personal use. However, he insisted that the amount be deposited into the university's account. He only wanted a portion of it to be allocated to his metapsychical research department. And as far as I'm concerned, I have every right to know all the details of this matter. As for the professor, it was his money. No one can accuse him of stealing anything. If that's the case, I suppose you're right. Well then, may I ask you a few questions? Yes, of course. Has the alleged theft been reported to the authorities? No. What's the reason for that? We don't want a scandal over this issue. Unfortunately, word has already spread. But if we had filed a report, I'd bet anything the newspapers would have picked it up. And that would be a disgrace for this university. A professor stealing money from donations. As I said, it would be a scandal. Did the professor have any debts? Debts? Like what debts? I'm thinking that money could have been used to pay off a debt. His disappearance could be linked to this fact. Suppose he made deals he shouldn't have. Maybe his creditor collected more than just the money owed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ah, yes. Nelson was a very austere person. He made a good living as a professor at this university. If he had any debt, he could pay it off with his own money. So the professor was a very austere person. Very austere. He hardly valued money. So it surprises me greatly that he committed this crime. I remind you that the money belonged to the professor. Yes, you already mentioned that. In any case, I was telling you how little importance he gave to money. For example, he could live in any neighborhood in the city. His financial situation allowed it. He chose to rent a humble room at number 14 Dorset Street in the West End. He's a person who has never needed luxuries. Interesting. Do you have any idea where the professor might be? I wish I did. Nelson's my friend, Sir Arthur. What I want most in the world right now is for him to reappear and clarify this whole matter, especially as rumors are already beginning to spread that are not to my liking. What kind of rumors? It's said that he used the money to run away with the medium Beatrice Shaw and start a new life together. Beatrice Shaw is his childhood friend, and she's also looking for him, by the way. If you say so. But Miss Shaw doesn't have a good reputation. She's a fake medium. She deceives people with her supposed contact with the dead. Believe me when I tell you that Miss Shaw has nothing to do with Professor Ward's disappearance. I'd stake my life on it. I don't know. She may have an ace up her sleeve. Did Professor Ward have any enemies? I'm not aware of any. He may have had some disagreements with other members of the university staff, like the rector. But that does not make them his enemies. Shall we rule out the rector, then? Yes, please. I shouldn't have mentioned him at all. The rector is no adversary in this sorry game. I believe that's all the questions I have for you, Dean Carter. It's been a pleasure conversing with you, even if it's about such an unpleasant matter. The pleasure is mine, sir. Good night. I'm just going to remove this hat, actually. But yes, we found out the conversation with Dean Henry Carter was quite fruitful. Among other things, it reminded me of a logical place to continue investigating his residence on Dorset Street. I knew, Mr. Moore, that you had already searched your mentor's room. But as the saying goes, 4 eyes see more than 2. I also found it striking that Professor Ward's alleged theft of the money had not been reported to avoid a scandal. But what caught my attention the most is that you, his closest associates, had not reported his disappearance to the police. Take no offense, but there was a better chance of success relying on them than only a university professor, a medium, and a writer. I had a good relationship with Scotland Yard, so it seemed like a good place to continue my investigation. Well, we're going to go to Dorset Street. A shilling for this poor tramp? Sorry, I don't have any loose change. Only bills. Well, ain't that much better? Can we get in the door? Lights on. Who the hell's calling at this ungodly hour? People live here, damn it, and I'm paid to keep things quiet. Sorry to disturb you at these hours, ma'am. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Oh, sir. Ain't that fancy? You want a room, Sir Arthur? This ain't no Savoy, but it'll keep you from freezing your ass off on this lousy night. I appreciate it, but I'm not looking for accommodation. I just want to ask you a few questions. Questions. Can you spare a couple of minutes? Would have preferred you took a damn room, but fine, shoot. I'm trying to locate one of your tenants, Professor Nelson Ward. Still ain't turned up? I'm afraid so. Did Professor Ward receive any visitors? Not in all his years here. Did you see him interact with anyone lately? In what way? With a woman? Or with a man? With a man? Ain't that indecent? What? No, don't misunderstand me. I meant if you saw him with suspicious company. Until this morning when his pal came, figured he was a loner. How long since you last saw him? Last night, heard him go downstairs. I was in bed, but his footsteps are unmistakable. Went out to the street and ain't seen him since. So you were the last person to see him. I ain't seen him, heard him. If anyone saw him that night, it was Rupert. Who? The beggar to your left, always there, day and night. I know he does it to put pressure on me. Pressures me to let him sleep here, you know. But this is a business. Heard me, Rupert? A business! I hear voices. So Rupert might be the last person to see Professor Ward. Exactly. Unless he was passed out or drunk that night. Or both. Listen, you old egg. Can I search his room? Been done already. This morning. By some fancy lad. Mr. Patrick Moore. I work with him. Really? And tell him he owes me for a lamp. Yes, I will. As for my question. What question? Can I search Professor Ward's room? Perhaps I can find something my colleague overlooked. Now? Impossible. All the tenants are asleep. If they ain't already been woken up by your damn knocking, I'll not disturb them. I'll be as quiet as if I were in the London Library. No, come back tomorrow. It's a matter of great importance, ma'am. Important as my tenants sleep. I've told you as much. Come back tomorrow. Any more questions, Sir Arthur? No, I think that's all. Thank you very much for answering my questions. Your responses have been very helpful. Pleasure. Sure you ain't got any more questions? None at the moment. Good. Saved me from more damn knocking. Good night. Good night, ma'am. Let's take a look at that poster. One round jack. Well, let's talk to Rupert. Good night, sir. Coming to give me that shilling? Like I said, I'm unfortunately only carrying bills. Oh, I see. Tossing a coin to a beggar aces the conscience. Tossing a bill, not so much. I did not mean to offend you. Forget it. What do you want? It's about a tenant in this building. Professor Nelson Ward. Ah, yes, the ghost guy. A good man. Always gives me a shilling whenever he walks out that door. Not like you. The landlady mentioned you were the last person to see Professor Ward. Is that right? Saw him leave through that door last night and ain't seen him come back all day. Did you talk to him? Did he say where he was headed? Didn't exchange no words with him. Was half asleep in that alley when I saw him leave. Some bloke was waiting for him. Interesting. Could you describe this bloke for me? Didn't get a good look at his face. It was dark and I was more asleep than awake, but I did notice he was missing an arm. That much I'm sure of. Left or right arm? Let me think. Saw him from the front, so it must have been the left one, yeah, the left arm. You sure about that? Most certainly, sir. I also remember he came up to me and said something like, what was it? Oh, yes. You ain't seen nothing, understood? So he threatened you. Not exactly. What do you mean? His tone wasn't aggressive at all. So he suggested that you didn't say anything about what you saw that night. Yeah, could be. Not all threats are overly hostile. As far as I'm concerned, that sounds like a threat through and through. You reckon? I'm a writer. If a villain threatened my protagonist, they'd likely use those words. Let's continue. Did he seem uneasy or scared? Who? The professor? Oh, no, seemed pleased as punch that the bloke was with him. Actually, I'd say he was expecting him. Do you think they knew each other? Don't know, sir. Right. You remember anything else from last night? No, nothing else, just what I told you. A one-armed man was waiting for the professor. And he advised you not to talk about what you saw, correct? Exactly. You've been a great help. Happy to help. Mustard Coleman advert. I think we've gotten everything from here. So let's go to Scotland Yard. Well, well, well. If it isn't Sir Arthur Conan Doyle himself. Sergeant Collins. What do you want, Wilkins? Sir Arthur, the creator of Sherlock Holmes. The same, officer. Want to see something, Wilkins? What? You'll be surprised. Oi, Mallory! Come over here. Yes, Sergeant? Judging by Mallory's appearance, can you tell me where he's from, Sir Arthur? Oh dear. Let's see. With those typical features, I'd swear he's from the Sheffield area. However, the prominent forehead places him further south. A place where the Sheffield accent differs because of those pronounced S's. Eakington, right? Good heavens! It's truly Sherlock Holmes. How did you know? Easy. We usually bump into each other at the barber's. How's the family, Mallory? They're all doing well. Sam's got a job as a porter at King's Cross. A little Ralph refuses to continue studying. Thanks for asking, Sir Arthur. I don't know why I partake in this joke every time they have a new officer. It's still just as funny as the first time, don't you think? You can go, Wilkins. By the way, you're lucky the chief is in his office. He wouldn't be too pleased to see you here. Anyway, what brings you here on this miserable night? I'm looking for a missing person. Who are we talking about? Professor Nelson Ward, in his 60s, gray-haired with a height of... Nelson Ward. Mallory! Well, he's coming back again. Yes? Help jog my memory. Or correct me if I'm wrong. Remember the former chief forensic officer? His name was Ward, right? Ward? Nelson Ward. You are correct. He left the force to go into teaching. A good man. A bit eccentric, but very professional. Sorry. Thanks, Mallory. So our former chief forensic officer has disappeared. We were not aware of that. No one has reported his disappearance. It hasn't been reported, no. but his close associates claim there's something strange about this whole affair. Professor Ward wouldn't vanish without a trace if there wasn't a compelling reason. Don't you worry. Nelson Ward was one of ours, and as far as I'm concerned, he still is. Mallory! Yes? Issue a search warrant for Professor Nelson Ward, and mobilize a few officers to take care of it. Now? Now. High priority. All our units are busy at the moment. Jones is with Horton, Meads, and Soulsby at the docks. Frida and Runkle are on the trail of Lewis Adams. Curses! You may be dismissed. I'm very sorry, Sir Arthur, but the search for the professor will have to wait until tomorrow. No problem, Sergeant. Although I must inform you that I'm conducting my own investigation into the matter. I won't be the one to stand in your way. We could use a mind like yours. But be careful, I don't want the chief finding out, okay? Why is the chief angry? I think Lestrade is becoming increasingly useless, and that reflects poorly on Scotland Yard. Alright. He shouldn't be upset about that. It's pure fiction. Lestrade is not incompetent. He's just a device I use to make Holmes appear more brilliant. That's not how he sees it. He thinks you do it on purpose and doesn't want you consulting the police archives again for your stories. I'm fed up with Sherlock Holmes. It brings me nothing but trouble. I think I should be going. This is your home. Come back whenever you want. Mallory seems to be looking for something in that drawer. Okay, so some old stuff. What about Wilkins? Can we talk to him? Leave our officers alone, Sir Arthur. Can we take a Bobby helmet? Distinctive custodian helmets. Alright, well I think that's all we're going to get for now. No, nothing else. She made it clear she doesn't want me to bother her again. Can't go there. Did I have to ask anything else? I guess I do have to go back to Scotland Yard. I don't really have much choice. Maybe we can see something else. Do you have any leads? I believe I've stumbled upon an important clue. Would you mind sharing it with me? Apparently, Professor Ward left his home last night, accompanied by someone. A beggar, a certain Rupert, witnessed the event. Was this Rupert the last person who saw Professor Ward? Indeed. And could he recognize that person? Right, he was missing I left. Also, he heard his voice. Let's say he threatened him, or rather, he threatened him indirectly. Not many details, but enough for me to organize a lineup tonight. We have several registered disabled individuals of that sort. I suppose the guy who's been threatening beggars at night would be among them. Could you bring that beggar here so you can identify the guy? Indeed. Right. In the meantime, I'll have Mallory gather a few suspects who fit the description you provided. Thanks for your assistance, Sergeant. I'll do everything I can to clear this up. As I said, Nelson Ward is still one of ours. Well, let's go get Rupert. Rupert, sir, would you be so kind as to accompany me to the police station? Me? Why me? I ain't done nothing. I know, and you need not worry. You just have to come with me and pick out the one-armed man from a lineup. That's simple. Pick him out. I don't want trouble, sir. You can rest assured he will not be able to see you. You sure about that? I give you my word. Lineups protect the witness. I don't know. Never been in one. I, however, have attended a few. So trust me when I say your anonymity will be preserved. You seem like someone who knows what he's talking about. Or hell, at least acts like he knows what he's talking about. What do you say? It'll only take a few minutes of your time. If not for me, then do it for the professor. Well, what the heck. I'll do it for the professor. Shall we go? Well, here we go. I'm fascinated by this room. It's something like the last one I was in for a lineup. Do you like it? The glass separating us from the suspects is special. As you can observe, both you and I can see clearly what's on the other side. They only see their reflection. And I suppose those vents up there allow communication with the room on the other side so they can hear you. Exactly. If I raised my voice, I could give orders to the suspects. Fascinating. It costs a pretty penny to install these spaces in all police stations. But with this method, witness safety doubles. That's what matters. Did you hear that, Mr. Rupert? You have nothing to fear. You can come here without any problem. Yeah, seems safe. Mallory, line them up. You heard the sergeant, gentlemen? Form a line and stop at the center of the room. Halt. Excellent. Stand proud. Not even the Royal Guard marches as well as you do. Look straight ahead and await the sergeant's instructions, please. What kind of shit is this? What's the matter? You're asking me what's the matter. There's a Paddy man there. The first one, the bald one. Why isn't he behind bars? We have no evidence that this gentleman has committed a crime. He's a Paddy man. He belongs to a gang of extortionists and murderers. Isn't that crime enough? Sir, we're here so you can identify the person you saw last night. Poppycock! So the rumors are true. The police turn a blind eye to these Irish pigs. This institution stinks. You are a corrupt lot. Rupert, I don't think this is the time. Sir, watch your mouth when speaking of this immaculate institution. Do you want to be detained for contempt? Is that what you want? Bah! Let's get this over with. Very well, gentlemen. You'll be given a note with a phrase written on it. I'll call you by the number you've been assigned. When you hear it, read the note out loud. Do not attempt to fake your voice. Don't try to deceive us. We'll know. Got it? Let's begin. Number 1. You haven't seen... No, you're number 5. Number 1 is the person at the other end. I've been assigned number 4, sir. Mallory! What the hell have you done? It doesn't matter. You'll be number 1 from now on. The one to your left will be number 2, and so on. Is that clear? Let's start again. Number 1, say your line. You haven't seen anything, understood? Right. Number 2, you haven't seen anything, understood? Number 3. Number 3! Are you deaf? Sorry, Sergeant, but I can't read. Did you hear the phrase your colleague said? Yes. Just repeat it. Okay. You haven't seen anything, understood? Very well, thank you. Number 4. Oi, you scumbag! Not a word about what happened here, understood? What? You can't read either, or you're making up what's on the note. Just wanted to add more drama. Who wrote this? This line isn't believable. Do you see, Sir Arthur? We have an aspiring writer among us. Be careful, he might give you a run for your money. Can you just read what the note says? By all that's holy, Mallory, where did you find this guy? From the theater, Sergeant. He's an actor. We're in a lineup, not an audition. Please, just read the line as written. You haven't seen anything, understood? Is this okay? That's fine, thank you very much. Number 5. You haven't seen anything, understood? Mr. Rupert, which of these people spoke to you last night? Number 2. Number 2? Are you sure? Absolutely. That voice is unmistakable. Clive, really? I thought you were going to turn over a new leaf. I don't know what this is all about, Sergeant. I promise you I haven't done anything wrong. I'm an honest person now. I even have a decent job. I'm a coachman. A coachman, huh? How do you drive with only one hand? Very carefully, Sergeant. Are you sure it's Clive? I give you my word, sir. All right, gentlemen. The show's over. Please exit on the left. Everyone except number 2. And thank you very much for your cooperation. Come on, gentlemen. You heard the sergeant. I'd like to speak to the suspect, Sergeant. Sure, go ahead. We're done here, Mr. Rupert. You can go. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Do you pay anything? What? For doing this? No, of course not. Is it not enough for you to contribute to justice? No. Good night. Clive, isn't it? Have I gotten into trouble, sir? I don't know. You should know. Can I ask if you were on Dorset Street last night? Indeed, I was there last night. I picked up a gentleman at number 14. A certain Ward. He said he was a professor. You didn't know him previously? No, sir. It was the first time I saw him. And where did you take him? To the Blackstone Asylum, sir. Half an hour earlier, a gentleman gave me a note with Mr. Ward's address and the destination he'd be taken to. Would you recognize that person? No, sir. It was very dark and he hardly spoke to me. He just gave me the note with the exact fare. Did you speak with Professor Ward or just drive him? Oh, yes. On the way to the carriage, we had a very strange conversation. According to him, he received a letter detailing certain supernatural events that had occurred in the asylum. Apparently, he was a ghost hunter, and his services were required. He was as excited as a child on Christmas Eve. Why did you tell the beggar not to speak about anything he saw? Oh, the note I was given was that under no circumstances could anyone know that the professor was headed to Blackstone. Continue. Upon arriving at the asylum, a terrible thing happened. As soon as he got off the carriage, 2 orderlies were waiting for him, along with someone who seemed to be the director of the facility. The orderlies grabbed him by the arms and dragged him away screaming. He was insane. I should have suspected it from all those ghost stories he told me. Good heavens! Professor Ward is not insane. He's the foremost authority on metapsychics in all of London. I don't know what that is. Apparently neither do the people in charge of the center. They dragged him away. Have you heard the account of events, Sergeant? We must do something about this misunderstanding. I'll wait for the boys to come back, and I'll accompany them to Blackstone myself. Wait. This can't be delayed. I told you before. My officers are busy. I'd go myself, but the chief has just left, and I can't leave the station in Mallory's hands. Let's wait a couple of hours. All right. May I go on ahead? I'll be waiting for you at the asylum gate. All right, Sir Arthur. But don't do anything on your own. Just wait there until we arrive. I appreciate all your inquiries, but the time for playing detective is over. Leave this matter to the professionals, okay? Completely agree. trepanning, electroshock therapy, and cold water baths to alleviate their illnesses. Entering Blackstone was like stepping back a century, a place that should no longer exist in this modern world. Oh boy. The institution doesn't allow visitors, sir. And even if it did, this wouldn't be the time for it. This seems to be a misunderstanding with one of the patients. The asylum is closed, sir. If you have an issue, contact the administration. But you see, I'll advise you to leave. The storm is getting worse, and you wouldn't want to be in such a remote place. Good night. Curse it. Okay. Still here? Why don't you leave? I need to see a patient. It's urgent. See that plaque to your right? Yes. Approach and read it. No unannounced visits allowed. Exactly. No exceptions will be made for you. I better wait for my colleagues from Scotland Yard. Whatever you say. Guess I can't do anything here. Maybe I'll talk to him once more. There's a person inside who shouldn't be confined. That's what all the patients think. Of course they're mad. Are you too? Are you aware of Professor Nelson Ward's admission? Professor? No record of any professor being admitted. But we have 3 Napoleons, 5 Neros, and 4 Jesuses. Do you know I'm waiting for the police? They'll handle the matter that has brought me here. That's fine with me, sir. When the authorities arrive, I'll gladly open the door for them, but not for you. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. Enlighten me. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Does that name ring a bell? No, to be honest. Sherlock Holmes? Are you telling me you're Sherlock Holmes? Hell no! I write the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Does the name Oliver Twist ring a bell? Of course. I could say I'm Charles Dickens. However, in keeping with this absurdity, I'll say I'm Oliver Twist himself. Let me enter the asylum. I'm a doctor. I thought you said you were a writer. I'm also a doctor. I studied medicine at the University of Edinburgh. Served as a ship's doctor and studied ophthalmology in Vienna. After that, I opened a private practice in London before focusing on writing. So I have the authority to enter this asylum. You know what? I was a sailor on a schooner. That doesn't give me the right to demand entry to the SS Suvik. Anyway, this isn't a public hospital. The rules here are stricter, so please respect them. Let me in. I'll catch pneumonia. I think I can fix that. Finally. Thought you'd never come to your senses. Here. Use this to protect yourself from the rain and go back the way you came. What was that? A blanket? Step away from the gate, please. Can I talk to him? Oh, for God's sake, give me a break. You won't let me in, will you? Ah, I think you're starting to get it. Still here. Why don't you leave? Write a letter to the director of the facility, or wait until tomorrow morning and request an appointment for him. Oh, the bushes. What is that? Tattered umbrella. Can we... Don't you even be thinking about it. Sturdy. Climb it to get inside. Oh, you! What are you up to? Try anything crazy. I'll be watching you. You're right, so leave if you don't want trouble. Hey, don't do that. About the asylum gate. Do you want some advice? Don't do that. Pry the plaque off, but it's held by 4 sturdy nails. Nothing else in the bushes. What about to the wall over here? Can we do anything? Marius' life is very sedentary. Glass shards here. Brick seems loose. Can't remove it with my bare hands. What about the blanket? What about the umbrella? Excellent. You'll make a good foothold. Okay, the brick dislodged. Won't budge any further. What else can we do? Can we climb the wall? Glass shards still worried me. Let's try. Good aim, Arthur. Right. Well, let's go. Is this going to work? I made it in. Oh boy, we got some screaming. Jesus Christ! Who are you? You cannot be here. Figuring out how to access the asylum lobby had cost me a great deal of back pain and an incipient cold. There's no way the nurse was going to let me visit the professor, and I didn't want to go through the ordeal of sneaking into the cells again. So I employed a weapon that Britons of my social standing knew very well. Arrogance. What's this about me not being able to be here, my good woman? And what do you mean, who am I? I'm Dr. Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll? Damn it. You refer to me as if you don't know me. I've never seen you around here, Dr. Jekyll. That you've never... Well, I understand that you may have never noticed my presence in Blackstone. You're just a simple nurse. I'm the head nurse, Doctor. Details! I'm here because a very serious mistake has been made. One of the patients must be discharged immediately. So tell me in which cell Professor Nelson Ward is located, and I will apologize to him for this institution's incompetence. I changed my mind. Call the warden and tell him to bring Professor Ward before me. I'll wait for him here. Come on! What are you standing there for? Move! Excuse me, Dr. Jekyll, but I have not been informed about this matter. You should know that nothing happens in Blackstone without Director Edwards' approval. So unfortunately, I cannot help you. In any case, if the guard lets you through, your credentials must be correct. Feel free to access any part of the facility. However, regarding this alleged error with one of the patients, I will have to wait for confirmation from the director. Where is the director? I will speak it with him, and this matter will be resolved in minutes. By the way, tell me your name and I will record what little help I've received from you. Mrs. Hunt. I'm his right hand. And the director is not at Blackstone right now. His right hand, eh? I know when I'm facing defeat, and I realized that Mrs. Hunt was not going to give in. I could have waited for Sergeant Collins to show up. But well, you know, he should have already arrived with the cavalry. There was an innocent man being held at Blackstone, and I didn't want him to spend another minute in one of those cells. Therefore, I had to rely on my wits once again to free him. Thank you for your time, Mrs. Hunt. Curses. It's empty. Don't take another step. Spiders. Spiders where? In the crack. And big ones. Yes. Why don't you get rid of the spiders? I'll do that when I finish cleaning the lobby. I'll pour a sack of sulfur into the crack. That'll kill him. Then I'll fill the crack with cement in case any of those hairy beasts survived and want to escape. The last step will be to hang that picture, and those damn spiders will be forgotten. Do you always sweep the same area? There's more lobby to sweep. Are you saying the lobby is dirty? The truth is, everything looks very clean. I'm glad it's noticeable. I'm looking for a patient. Would you know in which cell I can find him? Ask the old hag about that. Who's the old hag? Who do you think? Mrs. Hunt. Carry on with your work. Well, we have access to everywhere else. What's this bus? Nathaniel Edwards. We're gonna go to the back here. Okay, we can't really go anywhere else. Cell number 31 in the third hallway of the West Wing. So he spilled the ink on these documents. For goodness sake, Dr. Jekyll. What have you done? Let me fix it. No, just stay away from that, please. What a mess. Don't touch anything. Paper that Mrs. Hunt threw inside. But we knew which cell it was anyway. It's 31. Oh boy. Hurry up, Warden. Open cell 31 and release the patient. A very serious mistake has been made. What? How? What? Who the hell are you? I am Sir Dr. Jekyll. I've never seen you around here. Are you new? Yes, I just started tonight. Well then, you should know that these procedures require the consent of Head Nurse Hunt. And that consent must be approved by Director Edwards. Of course. Are you saying I've broken rules? The order came from Mrs. Hunt. I'm just following her command. You would also know that in such cases, I would receive the order from Head Nurse Hunt in person. She's busy right now. She told me you would understand. Hierarchy is strictly followed here, Dr. Jekyll. Director Edwards would hear of the slightest hint of lawlessness among his subordinates. He would throw us all out on our asses. Anyways, all the patients in this hallway are the responsibility of Dr. Hunter. You're not authorized to treat them. You seem a bit lost, Dr. Jekyll. But don't worry. You'll gradually learn how Blackstone operates. Doing Dr. Jekyll. Okay, can't move anything. I don't know why that is. It's seemingly doesn't want to. We got on the table phone, lamp off in the music box. When wound up, it plays the tune of Green Sleeves. So serve as a jewelry box, as it has enough space to store a necklace or bracelet inside. Bloody Green Sleeves. Definitely not that. Oh, it's playing Carmen. Francis Cavendish. And that's supervision. Nelson Ward. Professor, Sir Arthur, I've come to get you out of here. Closed, obviously. Confidential, huh? Young woman. Miss, are you all right? Please, sir, help me. I'm being held against my will. I'm not crazy. All right, calm down. Nobody wants to be trapped in a mental institution. But there's nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy. And that place is not what it seems. by depraved people who enjoy torturing patients. I knew it. This place is rotten. Let me see your hand. Open the fucking door. I'm hungry. I hardly eat anything here. Human flesh stock director. Jekyll. Carmilla Ainsworth. Crazy is what you just did. Carmilla Ainsworth? Jesus. Matthew Lane. Safe from them here. Can we use anything with the door here? Green sleeves. Bloody green sleeves. See, it's the warden. Okay. Do you accept a small bribe? No! That guy, he's read too many. Shouting to let him out because he was building a machine to see them beyond. Was arrested for trying to bite several prostitutes on the neck. Vampire. Through the bars. Okay. Can't touch that key. And I love that he doesn't even realize who Dr. Jekyll is. What if I give... I'm not going near that cell again. Okay. This guy's very paranoid. That's what I'm getting from the doors. Obsessive disorder. He's not gonna do anything here for me. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, Mrs. Hunt. Please. Okay, can't do anything. Director Edwards, I'll be around, as you wish. Take care of the monsters. If I play Greensleeves here. Said that Henry VIII composed it. The gentleman wants that. This painting, Guillaume de Hainaut, one of the pioneers in the study of the mind. Most of his theories have been refuted, if not deemed outright dangerous. I don't know why his portrait hangs prominently in this lobby. That's a great question that I would like to know. We got roses, we got hallways. They're just going to take us right back to the asylum door. And we still have to figure out what we can do with this patient. Okay, he's got Carmen on the gramophone. Okay. Cell 32. Building a machine to the beyond. They admitted him for that. So we can't treat him, but we need that key. We have the gramophone. Can we get that with the key? We can't. Can't open the door with that. And we know this is Camellia Ainsworth, who I think must be some kind of serial killer. Matthew Lane. Okay, no good here. Okay, we're not going to be able to open the Carmen. Yeah, we're playing as Arthur Conan Doyle. What if we... Now, we have green sleeves. Can't throw that in the bin. If I do that. Okay. What do you want now? Ainsworth. She was locked up in Blackstone for eating her music teacher. The draft blew and this would look like downtown London on a foggy day. Ainsworth ate her music teacher. Jamila Ainsworth hit him on the head and killed them. I need to make a My Name Jeff one. I still haven't had a chance yet because everything got done here. But there is Lady Ainsworth. Let me see if I can... You know what? I wasn't at Poltergeist. We had Game 7. I wasn't going to miss Game 7. But you know what? Let's do... Can we find a My Name Jeff sound right now and let's just fucking do this? I want to see if we can do this. I think we might have the sound effect here.
My name is Jeff.
But we want to get a good one here. I'm gonna do it right now. Actually, let me just lower the music off here.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Okay, I think we can take that one. My name is Jeff. Right there it is, the sound effect button.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Okay. Let's just download that MP3 right there. It's done. So now what I have to do is, and maybe I can do it. See if I can put a new tab in here. Go to. Okay, hang on. It'll be a second, but we'll have it. Sound files. No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Or commands, add command. And we will have My Name Jeff and the sound file. Oh, I probably should have had it as a... Magnetically generate command, pick, download, ringtone 20.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
I think we got it.
My name is Jeff.
Okay, hang on a minute. I think this will work. We have my name, Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
There we go. There we go. We got it. I did it right now, instantly, on here. When we didn't have any time. But we found out about Lady Ainsworth. You need. I'd like to speak with Director
My name is
Edwards.
Jeff.
There we are. You're welcome. We got my name, Jeff, back and working here. I wasn't at Poltergeist, though, because I was watching Game 7 of the World's... not the World's... Well, it feels like it was the World Series. But yes, it was... I was not going to be going anywhere with that game going on. And I'm so superstitious that it was like... I didn't want to move or do anything but see that game today. For that reason. I was just like waiting for that day. But I have like 4 days free now where I can do whatever. Maybe we can say something with the warden. 32 is Camilla Ainsworth, who ate her music teacher. Meant the daughter of the guy who brings the supplies. He's named Carmen. Okay. Okay. Can't talk. Can I talk to Camilla Ainsworth? Everything is confidential here. It just says CA. I don't know what you can do here with any of this stuff. I'm kind of stuck here. What about the documents? What would Sherlock Holmes do in this situation? Definitely not that. A bust. And do with the flower pot. Nothing? No. That won't work. And the litter bin won't work. And if I just go to the hallways, I can't really do much. Let's see. I regret this act of vandalism, but I must do it. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen. You again. I told you that. Wait, what the hell is that? I don't know why, Janie, but I think this guy looks like Scott. I really do. I could have sworn everything was clean. He kind of does look like Scott from the movie theater that we go to. Although maybe he... There's no need to make that come out. Okay, what can we do with the crack? The crack is full of spiders. By their size and color, I'd say they're specimens of Pardosis hyperboreas. To have my friends at the compare... I'll show you in a second here. He does look like Scott, though, a little bit. Except you can watch it in the clip again when we get the chance. But I think it's definitely like it's supposed to be him. Can we put the crack, the music box in the crack? I found you a new home. You're doing great. Let's give it to Mrs. Hunt. There's a spider inside. Your pet? I don't know. Can we? Let's go. Oh, you know what? What if we put the spider in the... Well, somewhere we got to use the spider here, too. What about Ainsworth and 33? Greensleeves. No, 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 no! It's coming for me! You will not get inside my brain! It's coming closer! Get me out of here, for Christ's sake! Help! Dr. Jekyll. I'll handle it. I know what to do in this situation. Come in. Dr. Armitage's words. Let's try some of the exercises he suggested, shall we? Oh, this is going to take a while. Okay. Okay, just for shits and giggles, I want to know. For God's sake, no! Oh no, she wouldn't want to do that. I don't know how long it'll take that warden to calm the patient. Let's return the key to its proper pace. I don't want to risk it being missed. Yeah, we opened it. I can't believe he wouldn't hear, like, the actual sound. Oh, because there's banging going on. Professor. Professor! Ah, Sir Arthur. I've been calling you through the door. Couldn't you hear me? I'm sorry, I was mulling over the design of the Box of Revelations. I could increase the machine's power so its range is wider, but for that I'd need the Scarlet Stone. The Scarlet Stone. I suppose this is what Professor Patrick Moore has gone to fetch in Scotland. Did you drag Patrick into this? How could you be so foolish? By the way, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? Rescuing you, damn it! Someone set a trap for you and locked you in this padded cell. Ah! Everything makes sense now. Retro perspective coming in with that raid. Sorry. Give me a minute. This is Blackstone. They only lock up the mad here. And they only lock up the mad, but they don't believe me. So as you say, someone set me up. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Karo675, welcome in. Patrick. No, Patrick wouldn't do that. Let me think. Give me half an hour. Wait a moment. Someone is coming. Do not say anything. They must not see me. What? Retro Perspective, welcome in. Jamie, can we get a shout out for Retro Perspective? And, I swear I locked this up. That poor wretch is so harmless that I guess I didn't even consider him. What were you up to, sir? I can't pause it at the moment. I can give a moment here to just... Can I pause it? Oh, I maybe can. Hey, hold on a minute. Let me just give you a shout out here. I'll go take a look at Retro Perspective playing Silent Hill Original last night. Last stream. You know what I've been playing? We'll just go to the just chatting part of the screen here, just for a little bit while we talk. Silent Hill F. This is what I've been playing, and we have our little... Oh, we got Retro Perspective with Phantasy Stars. So what is this game? This game is called An English Haunting, and it's a point-and-click game. It is, yeah, it's a point-and-click game, and it's pretty cool, I think. But yes, it is. It just came out last year, I think. I should say the one thing I am struggling with this game is I have like 2 trophies left to get, and one of them is beating it on the hardest difficulty, and the other is dodging that asshole's arrows. But if I can do that, I've got the platinum. But it's difficult, and let me tell you, it's not been easy. But how is Silent Hill going? How far have you gotten in it? And tell me a little bit about what was going on here. Oh, you beat Silent Hill. I'm sorry. I'm reading and catching up on chat at the same time, so not always do I have the same time. My name is jcox1987. I'm a variety streamer. We do a lot of retro games here, or retro-esque games. Also some newer games. I'm planning on doing Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evil East Chronicles, which is technically a retro game, kind of not a retro game, but you know what? Who cares? I love this game to death, and I want to continue doing more of this game, and that's what we're going to do. But yes, that's what we do here. We play some newer games. We play a lot of older games, though I haven't played many older games in the last little while. Let's just put a little music on here in the background so it's a little less, dull as I talk to you guys here. But I hope you enjoyed Retro Perspective stream. Thank you for leaving me with your colleagues, Retro Perspective. Colleagues? You're wonderful viewers. I said colleagues, but it could be anything. I'm on a little late because I'm trying to finish the rest of this stream. And we're just trying to finish the rest of this game. And then I think we might do Final Fantasy Tactics. Probably not tonight, but the next night. But my team got into the World Series, so I was a little bit late with everything tonight. But it's really amazing to think we're playing for the World Series. I can't even believe it. But yes, we're going to continue on here with an English Haunting. We're almost at the end of this. And I am excited to finish this. We have this old... We have, like... do that, but I want to play it like it's an old PC game. Some baseball fuss tonight. Some other people were mentioning that in my stream. Well, the Jays are in the World Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. And enjoy that because it does not come around. We're going to try and get tickets tomorrow. We'll see what goes on, but, it is what it is. I regret to see you in this situation, Nelson. I could get you out of here, I'm friends with the director of this facility. Ahem. What? Sir Arthur, what are you doing here? You know what, Dean Carter? Before you came in, I was thinking of turning all this into a Sherlock Holmes story. Yes, you're playing as Arthur Conan Doyle at this point in this game. I'm not joking. There's a whole reason for it. The Strand would have loved it. But you've ruined the climax of the investigation for me. You've confessed your guilt without the intervention of the detective. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I suspected that Professor Ward's disappearance had to do with the donation my order made to the university. I had dealt with the professor before, and he doesn't fit the profile your university has made for him. Although you already knew that. As you also knew that the money was for the sole and exclusive use of Professor Ward here. Let me tell you the facts and how we all ended up here in Blackstone. Are you accusing me, Sir Arthur? I bet you don't have any evidence against me. Thank you for confirming my suspicion with your statement. What? That mention of betting. In our conversation tonight at the university, you couldn't stop dropping phrases worthy of a gambling addict. I'd bet anything. She might have an ace up your sleeve. You also got nervous when I asked if the professor had any debts. You took it personally, as if the question had been directed at you. That made you my prime suspect. I think you've wagered a lot, and quite badly. You have not had much luck lately, have you? That's why when you found out that a significant amount had been bestowed anonymously to the university, you saw an opportunity to get your hands on it. But apparently the professor was quicker than you. Oh, yes, that's... A few days ago he confessed to me that he had debts of several £1,000s because of poker. Henry is the treasurer of my Department of Metapsychic Research, and he appeared very desperate during our conversation. So by withdrawing the money, I thought I might prevent him from committing an act he might regret. Did I do the right thing? Desperation. That was the key. You just said you're friends with the director of Blackstone. No, don't drag Edwards into this. A great friendship that allows you to skip strict visiting hours to gain the approval of the severe Mrs. Hunt and to have a warden open cell doors like a hotel bellhop. You took advantage of that close bond to devise a plan to get Professor Ward into Blackstone. You tricked him to come here under the pretext that the certain metapsychic phenomena were occurring that the professor couldn't resist investigating. Once he arrived at his destination, according to the coachman, the director himself was waiting for him with 2 wardens. You waited a day for your victim to be immersed in the anguish and pessimism of being locked up in a place like this. And now you've come here to blackmail your friend, to sell him his freedom for the money my order donated to this innocent gentleman. Tell me, were you and Director Edwards planning to split 50-50? Or would you have taken a higher percentage? This is all a string of lies. For God's sake! Who would believe this far-fetched story from a writer undermining his own reputation with his defense of spiritualism? Scotland Yard, for example. Ah, just in time, Sergeant Collins. I told you to wait for us outside, Sir Arthur. I'm sorry, the weather wasn't cooperating. Although I must congratulate you on your good work. Mr. Carter, you are under arrest for the crimes of coercion and blackmail. This is an outrage! Mallory, issue a search warrant against Director Edwards. His accomplice will keep him company in a Pentonville cell. Dean Carter. You'll regret this, Sergeant. Mallory! Add threatening authorities to the charges against Mr. Carter. No, I didn't mean to. I have a question about this whole affair. Yes, Professor Ward. Can I keep this straitjacket? It's a bit uncomfortable, but I've found it helps me think. And there's our flashback. I can't believe it. Henry was behind this entire affair. As in any good mystery novel, the least obvious suspect turns out to be the primary investigator. Very well, gentlemen. If we finish with these trifling matters, shall we move on to more pressing concerns? Here we have the Box of Revelations, an artifact of my own invention, funded by Mr. Conan Doyle and his order. Thanks to the preliminary work of my friends Patrick and Beatrice, with a few adjustments, I can have the contraption operational by tonight. So if you'll allow me half an hour, we can proceed and test the machine's effectiveness at 34 Benwell Street. The preternatural activity there is very high. Any questions? Right now, I must change my attire. I've just returned from a lengthy journey and my clothes are soiled. Oh, Patrick. Always so meticulous. We're conducting an investigation, not attending a fashion show. Let's not delay science with trivial matters. What exactly does the Scarlet Stone do? It serves as a source of unlimited energy. The sophisticated nature of the Box of Revelations demands substantial power. And it is curious that in the midst of the Industrial Revolution we had to look for a super battery in the past. Ironic, isn't it? And are you certain it will work as intended? Of course it will. The Herbans were the Da Vincis of their time. A civilization filled with Marconis, Bellitters, and Lenoirs. Have faith, my friend. Have faith. I've been investigating 34 Benwell Street. Really? I made contact with an entity. Likely old Highmore, I presume. He was accused of the disappearance of several women from the East End. Unable to endure such infamy, he hanged himself from the basement beam. Were you able to engage in conversation with him? Yes. Two-way communication. Excellent. What did he say? He practically kicked me out of his house. That confirms our suspicion that ghosts are not benevolent entities. Have you taken notes, Sir Arthur? Precautions are necessary in that household. By the way, Mr. Conan Doyle will be accompanying us tonight. So if you'll allow me half an hour, we can proceed and test their machine's effectiveness at 34 Benwell Street. The preternatural activity there is very high. Any questions? I believe we've covered this already. Really? In that case, let's get moving. It's done. The gentleman guarding the house would let us work in peace. Nothing like a few pounds and a bottle of whiskey to ensure a successful deal. Wonderful. Gentlemen, Miss, we stand before 34 Benwell Street. I'll summarize its history in 4 lines. Or maybe 5. In 10, I think. Professor, remember when you said to let you know if you even started rambling? I remember perfectly. Well, this is one of those moments. Is that so? Thank you very much, Patrick. I don't know what I'd do without him. Right. The phenomena in this house began after the suicide of its first owner. Thomas Highmore was unjustly accused of the disappearance of several women from the East End. No trial took place as the evidence against him was weak. I suppose it was all due to some grudge. Someone wanted to frame him to tarnish his reputation, and they succeeded. Poor Thomas Highmore couldn't live with the stain on his honor, so he hanged himself from one of the basement beams. Since then, metapsychic phenomena have driven away all who have lived here. Patrick managed to make contact with the spirit of, we assume, Thomas Highmore. I want to issue a warning before we enter. Ghosts can be violent entities. We must exercise extreme caution. All of our studies confirm Patrick's words. That's all for now. Are you ready to... If you'll excuse me. Nervous, my friend? Quite the opposite. I'm eager to enter that house. You know I find it hard to interpret others' feelings. But I believe there's something bothering you. Why didn't you inform me about this house? I had to find out from a notebook I found in your room. Or the box of revelations, damn it. Why did you hide that you were making it? Why didn't you tell me about the donation for the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? I thought we were more than just colleagues. I thought we were friends. That is exactly why. What? How many times have we investigated the place and found no evidence? This house could have just been another one. But thanks to your research, we now know it's the place we've been seeking. The Box of Revelations was nothing but a crazy theory, based on the prototype of your magnetic field dispenser. The ectoplasm of England's most reviled medium? A relic whose origin is lost to the mists of time. It was impossible for it to work, no matter how much money Sir Arthur's eccentric friends donated. But it works, thanks to you. Without your help, none of this would have happened. You're not answering me. Why did you hide all this from me? Why did you leave me out? Because I didn't want you to end up like me. Look at me. Since I was a child, I've been obsessed with the mystery of the beyond. I've reached old age, and what have I learned about it? Nothing. Just a handful of hypotheses and disappointments. That'll change today. Yes, it will. You have a bright future ahead. You're an excellent professor and engaged to a beautiful lady. I did not want you to throw your life away by staying on the side of an old man who still cannot put his shoes on the right feet. That's the answer you sought. You're my friend, Patrick. My only friend along with Beatrice. Never doubt that. I decided many years ago to investigate these phenomena. It's my very life. Nothing can change that. And I'm no longer engaged to Rose. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I appreciate your words. I'm without a fiancé and without money. The only thing that keeps me going is this. And if I become someone like you, it'll be a pleasure. Oh. I don't know what to say. Say that we're going to enter that house and make history. That's exactly what we'll do. Shall we? After you. Is there no chance of reconciliation with Rose? No. She might reconsider. She won't. You sure about that? Very sure. That's a relief. I've been holding on to this for years, so now I can say it. That woman wasn't right for you. Him. The time has come. Tomorrow the whole world will wake up to the news that the beyond exists. We'll provide irrefutable visual and auditory evidence of this fact. Let's go into that house and make history. Before we begin, I want Sir Arthur to familiarize himself with the Box of Revelations. Its mechanism is quite complex, so I'll summarize how it works. The purpose of this machine is to enhance metapsychic activity to record it both visually and audibly. Let's break it down. The ectoplasmic sample from the deceased medium Florence Cook will act as a link and channel between both worlds. It requires considerable power for this to happen. The power is provided by the Scarlet Stone. Legend has it that the technological artifact opens portals to other worlds, which would benefit our purpose. Although it's nothing more than a powerful energy generator. Lastly, Eugene Wood's photographic plates will capture everything that happens while the machine is running. I've managed to divide the plate into sections which will allow us to take up to 45 photographs. Oh, by the way, while Sir Arthur was recounting his dull chronicle on Blackstone, I took the liberty of making a small modification to the Box of Revelations. I added a phonographic cylinder to record all the sounds around us. Ready, Sir Arthur? I'm ready, Professor. Beatrice? Whenever you want. Will you do the honors, Patrick? It'll be a pleasure. Turn on the Box of Revelations, Patrick. The cylinder is starting to pick up sound. I'm Professor Nelson Ward. Beside me is Professor Patrick Moore, co-responsible for this experiment. We're accompanied by the medium Beatrice Shaw and the project's patron, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. At this moment, the machine is creating an electromagnetic field whose electric charge will attract those on the other side. It's basically a Cole effect. Next, we will increase the machine's power. There's a dial with 10 positions from 0 to 100. Would you be so kind as to turn the dial to number 10, Professor Moore? I'm starting to get cold. Indeed, the temperature has dropped. A good sign, yes, sir. A very good sign. I believe we can proceed to make contact. Thomas? Ahem. Thomas Highmore! Your presence is required on this side of the veil. Beatrice, lend me a hand. You're better at this. Focus on my voice, Thomas Highmore. Follow my words. Advance in the darkness towards us. We desire your presence. My goodness. Thomas Highmore? Are you Thomas Highmore? I can't believe my eyes. Mr. Highmore? He doesn't seem to hear me. Patrick, turn the dial to number 20. Mr. Highmore. He can hear you. Be careful, Professor. He heard you. He's curious about you. He has no interest in me, Professor, but in the machine. Where did he... No. Stay a little longer. Machine's energy may not be enough to keep the entity with us. We should increase to 30. Do you agree, Patrick? Is everything okay, Beatrice? Beatrice? Yes, I'm fine. I've had the slight dizziness. Maybe it's the machine's hum. It's a very piercing sound. What do you say, Patrick? Should we go up to 30? Going up to 30? Oh boy. Wait a moment. What's wrong, Sir Arthur? Are we sure about this? What do you mean? I don't know. I think we should stop the experiment. Stop! We've gone as far as any mortal can go in metapsychic research. That's what I meant, Professor Ward. What we have achieved today is unprecedented. We can repeat the experiment another time, maybe in a safer place. Are we scared, Sir Arthur? Scared is not the word. Cautious would be more accurate. Something tells me we should not continue. Patrick, what do you think? I'm sorry, Sir Arthur. What happened? Did you see something, Beatrice? No, nothing at all. We have to go up to... Oh my God! Did you see them? For God's sake, did you see them? They were a legion of ghosts. They were women. And children. You're more reasonable than Professor Ward. Stop this, please. Patrick, allow me a moment. What are you afraid of, Sir Arthur? I think this is getting out of hand, Professor. Are you serious? We haven't even scratched the surface. You frequent spirit sessions. What do you expect to find if not this when you visit those mediums? I'm just saying we should take it easy. The Box of Revelations has recorded the whole session. The material we have is enough for our purpose. Enough? The machine is only operated at 30% of its capacity. Who knows what wonders await us if we turn the dial to its limit? That is what worries me, Professor. Anyway, I don't want to discuss this further. As the project's patron, I demand that... To hell with your patronage and to hell with your stupid Order of the Golden Dawn. You wanted information, you wanted power. Well, this is what happens when we peek into the beyond. What did you expect? Beatrice? Are you alright? Oh God. Oh my God! Yeah, she got possessed. I saw those eyes and it was freaky. Sir Arthur. Sir Arthur. Can you hear me? Are you all right? What? Oh, yes. I'm in shock. What happened? Where are the others? Beatrice attacked us and took the machine. The professor went after her. She said she was possessed. Is that possible? I saw her eyes when she was about to throw me against the wall with superhuman force. Florence Cook was possessed moments before she was killed by the spirit who had tormented her since childhood. The professor is right. It is possible. Beatrice Shaw has been possessed by the spirit of Thomas Highmore. What are we going to do? Find our friends and get out of here. Come on, get up. No, I can't put weight on my foot. I twisted my ankle when struggling with Beatrice. I was trying to help the professor, but it doesn't matter. Stay here. I'll come back for you. What was that? The tremors began when Beatrice took control of the machine. I know the house has structural issues, which is why it's going to be demolished. Something tells me we've made this situation worse with the Box of Revelations. We need to get out of here now. Oh God. Hello? Who are you? Are you trapped in this place? Where is Thomas Highmore? It can hear me. Thomas Highmore, he has my friend. Where can I find him? We've come to investigate. We don't want... Oh my God. Blood. Must avoid physical contact with the entities as much as possible. Let's get out of here before this house collapses. What? It can't be! My goodness! This house is hiding more secrets than I thought. Could not have been more than 4 months old when he died. Maybe he's holding a rattle between his tiny fingers. I think I can reach it. The upper floor. Oh, shit. Beatrice. Highmore, isn't it? What do you intend to do with that machine? Wait! Release Beatrice. Oh, it's a cracked mirror. What? Oh my god! Jesus! Let's go check on... Well, this is freaky. You can walk, right? I beg your pardon. You've not twisted your ankle. You're just scared. Yes, damn it. I didn't want to admit I'm terrified. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle attending multiple seances. The same one who writes stories that send shivers down readers' spines. How could I show fear in such a situation? Calm down, will you? This is overwhelming for all of us. I'm sorry. And I'm even more sorry I can't be of help right now. I'm paralyzed by fear. Would you like me to accompany you to the exit? You cannot stay here in this state. No! For God's sake, no! I had terrifying sounds coming from upstairs, and I don't want to find out who or what is making them. You won't be much better off down here. Give me some time, please. Right now I can't think straight. As you wish. If anything happens, shout. Got it? I hope nothing happens. Okay. Well, we still got a few more things to... This is pretty freaky, I will tell you this. I've jumped a few times with this game. Locked. There's something here. It's a small rosary. Oh, shit. This room seems unused. There's scissors next to the sewing machine. I believe they could be useful. Oh, shit. I'm tempting fate. Oh, my God. I'm really pushing my luck. Rosary beads would fit inside the rattle's balls. Rosary cord is quite resistant. I cannot break it with my hands. Doesn't make any sound. The balls are empty inside. Oh, and I guess anytime I use that, that's... Well, what if we cut it? I'll unscrew the rattle balls first. You're here for drama before bed? We're almost at the end of this. Now let's see if this makes a sound. We got a rattle. Made out of rosaries. No good. If I go in that door. It's locked from the inside. Highmore! I'm going to come in and send you straight to hell. Go in this door here. What the? Professor! First Ellie, and now you two. Last time I go to a hockey game. Didn't take another step. It's a poltergeist, and a very violent one. It's trapped me in this room. Be careful. What about the rattle? I think this might work. It reacts to the sound of the rattle. Keep going. Do not stop. You did it. I don't know what just happened. The entity behind the poltergeist was nothing more than a baby. Where'd you get that rattle that managed to calm it down? The tremors exposed the bodies of a mother and child bricked up. The child was holding the rattle. I don't think Highmore is as innocent as we thought. Last time I go to a hockey game? Well, listen, my team just got to the World Series. I've been waiting 32 years for it. I'm, like, amazed. Highmore is hiding behind that door. I've tried to open it, but something is coming. Sir Arthur, I thought you didn't want to leave the basement. Things have happened down there. I fled the basement in terror, but couldn't open the front door. There's a... what do you call it? Poltergeist, that's it. It's blocking the way out. We're trapped. We just faced one. And did you succeed? Yes. Won our game for my second ever game. Yeah. Do the same with the one downstairs and we can get out of here. We must confront Highmore. He's the epicenter of all this. He's behind that door and he has Beatrice. If we defeat him, it'll all be over. And what is the plan? He's possessed Miss Shore. How do you intend to separate the spirit from her body? Do you know how to perform an exorcism? An exorcism? We're in the 20th century, Mr. Writer. What's the alternative? We'll drag Beatrice out of this house. Perhaps Highmore's influence would be effective outside of it. Are you sure that will work? I don't know. If that fails, we'll improvise. Sir Arthur, are you with us? I'd flee this damned house if that poltergeist wasn't blocking the way out. But I guess we have no choice. I'll not let anything happen to you. I appreciate your gesture, Professor Moore. I doubt you can guarantee my life. But what the devil? Let's do it. The Knights won our game for my second game ever. Highmore has locked that room. We cannot access it. If I had a pick, I could try to open the door. My friend Harry Houdini taught me how to pick locks and padlocks. I have heard Vegas knows how to do it. Knows how to do it right. Did you say a pick? I happen to have one. It's in case they ever lock me up in Blackstone again. Did you know they use locks and straitjackets? Give it to me, please. I've heard Vegas does it right when it comes to NHL games, though. Very well, gentlemen. Let's put an end to this. Or die trying. They do in plenty of ways, of course. Oh shit, we're going into possessed Ms. Shaw here. Highmore! We must hurry or we'll be buried alive. Release Beatrice, Highmore. This is your last chance. Please. Leave. Beatrice, is that you? Highmore. He has control of my body. Control of my mind. I can read his thoughts. He's furious. Give me your hand and let's get out of here, Beatrice. They've been on a winning streak, but I'm here for the snacks. Stay back. You're in danger. Highmore won't let you near. Do they have like a buffet there? I'm actually curious. What does Highmore want with the machine? He knows what it's for. He's going to try to materialize and continue what he couldn't finish. He firmly believed the afterlife would give him a second chance. And he'll get it. I'm holding him back as much as I can, but it's hard. It hurts. What couldn't Highmore finish? He did not commit suicide because he was wrongly accused. He was the killer they were looking for, and he was cornered. Those walls are full of corpses. He killed his victims and hid the bodies behind them. Women! Children! I can see their faces. I can remember each and every one of his victims. What do we do, Professor Moore? Listen to me, Beatrice. Give me your hand and let's leave this house. Try to hold off Highmore until we're out on the street. No! He'll kill me! He won't. He needs you. Don't you understand? If he kills me, one of you will be possessed next. And if you confront him, he will kill you one by one until he permanently inhabits a body. Then no one can interfere with his will. So what kind of snacks do they have at a Golden Knights game? I'm curious. It's already been thought of. Every time Highmore takes control of my body and turns the dial on the machine, he grows stronger, but it exhausts him. That's why I can talk to you now. I have to do it before he takes control again. Do what, Beatrice? I'm going to turn up the dial to maximum. He won't be able to handle so much energy and he'll disappear. Do not do anything rash, Beatrice. Highmore has control of your body. You don't know if that will work and what the consequences could be. I feel him regaining control. There is no time. Listen to the professor. Don't do it. Let us think of an alternative. I'm sorry, Patrick. It's too late. Highmore! Highmore, enter my body and leave Beatrice alone. Do it, you damned bastard. I'm sorry, my friends. No! Beatrice? No! No! Where's my friend? She sacrificed herself for all of us. We can find her. We can find her, Patrick. We can call out to her and... I'm sorry, Professor. Beatrice was connected to Highmore. The energy from the machine affected both of them. She's no longer with us. We've lost her and we failed her. But I knew we were going too far with this. I warned you and you wouldn't listen. We grew up together. I want her back. It's not possible, Professor. She's gone now. She's gone! I don't want to be without her. What the fuck's going on? What was that? Professor, Sir Arthur, look! Uh-oh. The room is dematerializing. I think the Box of Revelations is still working. And at full power. Look! What are these creatures? They're not ghosts. They're not even human. We must stop that machine, Professor. No! Can't you see? The machine, in conjunction with the Scarlet Stone, is showing us another dimension. The legends about the artifacts were true. It can open a portal to other realities. I think Sir Arthur is right, Professor. What? We were unable to control our contact with the afterlife. And you saw the result. You think we can control this? Beatrice may be here, Patrick. Maybe we can find her. Beatrice is gone forever, Professor. Unfortunately, we have to accept it. Where have they gone? Oh, fuck. Incredible. We must end this before it's too late. No! Not yet! Beatrice, can you hear me? Stop it, Professor. Professor Moore. Shugsla and Vlugsla Flahama. Kitsen Flanar Haftrin Ri. What is that thing? What is it saying? I don't know what language it's speaking, but I recognize several words. They seem to be perversions of ancient Sumerian. What is it saying? Realm of Earth, invitation. Tharanak Stelpsna Throdveganan. Darkness, entrance. I think it's referring to having opened a door for this dimension to penetrate ours. That's why the Eternal Wind Order called the artifact the Key of the Stars. Un Vul Taglin, Wagan Nagel Fatag, Wagan Nagel Fatagan. This is like some Cthulhu shit here. I can't even really pronounce it. You good night, sir. I'm off to slumber. Have a good finale. Same, Kuya, but we're just getting to the end of this game. By God, it's enormous. That's enough. It's the Eldritch fucking horror. What? Everything's returned to normal. Is everyone all right? Yes, I'm all right. Did you see the size of that being? It was colossal. I thought I was going to lose my mind at that sight. The creature wanted to enter our reality, didn't it? Thanks to you, we didn't give it that chance. That's correct. Or at least I think so. I'm not sure. Damn it! The hell have we done? Our actions have endangered humanity. We've awakened something that no one should know exists. I never thought I'd say these words, but we must abandon all research into the afterlife. Our intention has always been to show the world what lies beyond death, but is the world ready for it? A single entity put us in danger and took the life of our dear friend Beatrice. We're the most qualified people to handle this, and I don't even know how we're still alive. Not to mention what lies beyond the afterlife. Other less cautious researchers who follow our path could create a catastrophe of epic proportions. I'm with you, Patrick. No one should know what happened here tonight. That plane of existence. It cannot reappear without the Scarlet Stone. Let's destroy it. That doesn't matter now. These abominations have found a way. They know how to access our reality. The professor is right, Sir Arthur. They will do it through the afterlife. We were the beacon that guided them here. Then the most sensible thing to do, as you say, is to forget about this whole matter. I will tell my order that the experiment was unsuccessful. Crowley will be disappointed. But this information in the hands of that madman would be very dangerous. Yes, it would be for the best. So this is the end of our careers. I'm afraid so. We've satisfied our curiosity and paid a high price. But we cannot share these results with anyone. We will safeguard them until our deaths. Will you miss investigating these phenomena, Professor? No. The only thing I'll miss is the company of my dear friend Beatrice. Ah, here you are. Rector Williams. I was looking for you, Professor Moore. I wanted to discuss the matter of the letter of resignation for the Department of Metapsychic Research that both Professor Ward and you signed. Firstly, I must express my surprise that it was you who decided to resign. I know I was very harsh with you when I told you that you had 72 hours to... It doesn't matter. You did the right thing. Yes, allow me a question. What made you change your mind? Both of you were very convinced that there is no afterlife. Nor are there ghosts. There's no evidence of them and there never will be. We were simply mistaken. There is nothing waiting for us when we die. Except heaven. Yes, except heaven, I suppose. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm even more pleased that your judgment now corresponds to that of this institution. You're an excellent professor. I'm glad that you have rid yourself of those fantasies. By the way, I appreciate that you didn't file a complaint against Dean Carter and kept silent about such an unpleasant matter. A university like this cannot afford such a scandal. Have a good day, Professor Moore. Thank you, Rector Williams. Oh, that was freaky. What? What? What the? Beatrice? Oh, boy. They want to leave it on a cliffhanger like that, huh? Just like that. They want to leave it on a cliffhanger that Beatrice is trapped there and writing exactly on there. And this must be like old photos from when Arthur Conan Doyle participated in all this. That's the end of the game, and I think what's interesting is that it seems to be, was this made in Spain? It might have been. But yes. You know, what a pretty neat little game. English translation, English proofreader. I don't know who made this, but it's quite a great little game here that we've had. Just let the credits run out, and then I'm going to just send a raid out here. I didn't think it would be... I honestly thought we might go a little bit later, but I didn't think that we would have the end of the game just, you know, show up like that. But look at all these songs that they found from, like, the 1900s to make it really, you know, feel of the time. Funicula, Funiculi. But Carmen, Oh, actually, that would make sense because Carmen was long before that. They just wanted a modern version, but a version that wouldn't have existed in that time. But yes, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I think there was parts of this that were talked about for real. But An English Haunting is powered by the Adventure Games Studio. Boy, did they do a great job with this. It was quite a good little horror game. I don't have anything else for you all tonight. Is it just going to go, like, where's this going to go? Back to the main title? It will. So there we are with An English Haunting. Let me just go to just chatting here for a minute as we find somebody to send a raid over with. Our next game, I think, is going to be... I think we'll do Final Fantasy Tactics. We might have some other things. I don't know. But let's go find someone we can raid. We do have the Thunderfoot Brothers here. Who else do we have? King Pookie, Chinese... We haven't raided King Pookie in a while. He's playing... I don't know what's going on. Who haven't we raided? I think we will go to... Go to... I think we'll go to King Pookie. Well, we'll go to King Pookie because he's... I don't know if he's doing Silent Hill or... What is Thunderfoot Brothers doing? I think that's where we're going to go. Park it. They are playing some retro games here, and that's where we're going to go. We've beaten this game, and who knows where we go next. But I think it will be Final Fantasy Tactics most likely, and I will see you on Wednesday. I don't know if I'll see you on Friday because there might be a World Series game I'm going to go to. We don't know that yet, but it's now a reality. Let's go say hi to Saint and Bacon. They're playing up Simon's Quest, actually. Have a good night, everybody. Take care and stay safe.